Hi, this is Meghla, and today's class is going to be about the numbers. So the first thing what you're going to see here is numbers classification and divisibility rules. So the numbers classification, in that we are going to see this real numbers, because basically the numbers will be split as real numbers and imaginary numbers. But the imaginary number we are now going to see here, and that is in the engineering, you have engineering maths, you have that, and that part we'll leave it now. So we're going to see only the real numbers. So in real numbers, you have this rational and irrational numbers. So whatever you are seeing within this circle, inside the circle, everything is a rational number, and outside the circle, whatever you have is irrational numbers. So what is irrational number? Irrational number is one which cannot be rationalized, which cannot be written as p by q. That is, rational number can be written as p by q, whereas these values like root 3, root 5 or pi. So root 3, when you say is 1.732 and then goes on, it doesn't repeat anywhere, neither it terminates. So these kind of numbers can never be written as p by q. So rational number is one where this can be written as p by q. This 1, 2, 3 or 2.7 or 1 by 2, all these are called rational numbers. Particularly, this is important, 22 by 7, because we normally write pi as 22 by 7, but this is actually an approximate value of pi. Pi as such is 3.141592 and so on. It goes on, whereas pi, the 22 by 7 is 3.142857. So therefore, this is to be noted, because they might ask you whether 22 by 7 is rational or irrational, and you may think because pi is the best example for irrational number, you might, there are a lot of people who make mistake of writing this as irrational. So take care of that. And then you have something called countable numbers, which is natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers. So in rational numbers, whatever you have is like countable is nothing but counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you include 0 into that, we call that as a whole number. And when you include negative also in that, like -5, -4, then we call that as an integers. All these are called integers. Of course, the whole integer is like you have negatives, positives, and zeros also. And the rational number has all integers as well as some fractions, 2.71 or 0, -5, all. The most important thing which you're going to see is a prime number. So the prime numbers are quite important, because the next chapter, whatever you're going to see in numbers, most often we are going to use these prime numbers. So here prime number is a natural number which is divisible by 1 and itself. Like any two numbers is going to be divisible by. For example, if you take 5 as a prime number, it is divisible by 1 and 5. That's it. It has exactly two factors. So the prime numbers are like 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, in which 2 is the only even prime number. Remaining all prime numbers are all odd. And any prime number can be written above 3. It can be written in the form of 6k plus or minus 1. So you can just see here, when you have k equal to 1, then you have plus or minus 1. So when you have minus 1, 6 into 1 minus 1 is 5, 6 into 1 plus 1 is 7. Both are prime numbers. Similarly, for 2 also you have 11 and 13. But you can't say for all these numbers is going to be prime number. For example, when you have 6 into 4, minus 1, which is 23, is a prime number, but plus 1 is 25, is not a prime number. Mostly multiples of 4, you're going to get this problem. So we can say that any prime number can be written in the form of 6k plus or minus 1, but the vice versa is not true. We can't say that any number written in the form of 6k plus or minus 1 is definitely going to be a prime number. And 1 is neither prime nor composite. That's it. This is like a standard value which you should be knowing, like 1 to 50, when you consider there are 15 prime numbers, and after 50 to 100 you have 10 prime numbers. And then method to identify whether the number is prime or not. So how to identify a number is prime or not? So you can see here that when you take a number 2, 3, 4, 5, you want to find out whether it's a prime or not. So this number, you just have to take the root, and taking a root is not that easy. 2, 3, 4, 5, finding the root, it is written here as 48.42, but I don't think it's that easy. So what you can do is you can just go for a number which is perfect square above this number. So I'm just considering this root of 25, 100. So when you consider this, that's nothing but 50. So you just consider 1 to 50 all prime numbers. So all prime numbers, list out all this here, and check whether this number is divisible by any of this. If it is divisible by at least one of this, then it is not a prime number. As it is ending in 5, you know that this number is divisible by 5, therefore this is not a prime number.